So my dad seen this lady make this dish on Instagram the other day, right? And he was very fascinated with it. So I said, let me recreate it. So anyways, we started out with this 2.5 pound silk snapper here. Yes, was a nice big one, right? And as usual, we have to clean it thoroughly because we don't want the island community jump on we, right? Yes. So anyways, went ahead after I clean that down with some nice limes and stuff, just in case nobody never know what that was. I went ahead and started to put some scores in this silk snapper here. Yes, because I wanted this marinade that I was about to make, that I'm about to make, to penetrate deep down, right? So I'm going to start out with 2 nice spoonful of this green seasoning. As you realize, my bacla almost done, right? And I went ahead and added some fresh orange juice in this, just for some citrus flavor in there, right? And also some of this dry jerk seasoning. Now you can use any fish seasoning you like. And also some chili flakes. Not chili flakes, but actually pepper flakes. These are some that I made myself. And that was for some spice, right? Gave it a proper stir. And, so everything was incorporated well. I don't know how I feel, I feel like I get sick. Sure. Because I'm going to blend up some tea, right? Or I've got to make up something, right? But anyways, spread some of this seasoning all over it and this marinade all over, and gave it a proper rub as usual, because you do know that love is an ingredient, right? And love come from you wanting to do it and taking your time to do it properly, right? No rush thing. Now we started out with some of that processed butter as usual, which eventually we won't get rid of from our diet, but for right now I work with it, right? Put that in a baking dish, and I proceeded to add it, the rest of the marinade that was left in the bowl, along with some vegetable stock, right? Now I made a mistake right here, but I'll tell you a little bit more about it later on. Cover this down with some foil, and for some reason I figured that I was supposed to write it on top, and I hope you can read. But anyways, put that in the oven and let that go and do its thing. Right now, in the meantime, I had to work on the presentation of this dish. So I say, what, I got this nice pineapple from the store, and I say I could go on work some magic with it, right? So I begin to start cutting out the flesh of this pineapple, right? Because we needed to make a bed in it, right? And I nearly broke the knife when I flip out that piece, and I say, it went flying. And of course, that was the first piece I ended up eat. But anyway, scrape out the pineapple, it looked like that. And after ending up with all of this pineapple, I said to myself, so what am I going to do with all of that pineapple here now? Let me just scrape out. And I had a bright idea to make some pineapple rice. Yes, guys, the creative Jamaican in me coming out here now. But anyway, started out with some oil. And as you see, that was some leftover oil. Coming out like dash on my eye, let me know. Unless me use it for fried, like fish. But anyway, saute the pineapple in it, and also added some pumpkin puree that was left over from another dish, along with a few more spoonful of that green seasoning, right? And slowly started working the rice in. Now if you don't know how to make the green seasoning, go scroll back to a few of my videos them, you will see me have one there, right? Now I went ahead and add some more of this vegetable stock to it, along with some butter, and gave this a proper stir and left it to kind of come back up to a bubble, right? Now I found this big cucumber, and so that one is full of fertilizer, right? Yes. But anyways, we proceeded to start working on it and cut it up, because part of this dish required us to make a pickle. So I said, all right, no problem. Started working on that. Also did some red onions, of course, because that was important to be added in there. And for some reason, I don't know why I'm drag out that scene so long. But anyways, added all that to the bowl, right? Went back and checked on the rice, and this was looking nice, so covered it down, lowered the heat, and I started working on the pickle sauce. Started out with some white sugar, which we're going to be getting rid of soon, and also some salt, and also some white distilled vinegar, right? And I almost forget to add this pepper to it, so I add that, and by this time, this vinegar had warmed up, so I went ahead and just poured it right over this, because this was a quick pickle, guys. Yes, this was a last minute dish, and I never have much time, right? So anyways, I decided, so we're gonna make some fried green plantain. Yes, or as some people know it as tostones. All right, now anyways, if you don't know how to peel a plantain, this is how you do it. So now before we get started, actually, I could add some oil to our hand, because what the oil help is to avoid the stain from sticking to your fingers and stuff, right? And messing up your beautiful nails. So that being said, this is how it's done. So you just slowly work it around. Don't, when you put the seam with the knife, don't bury it deep down in the plant, man. Just barely crack the skin, right? And take your time and peel something, right? Now, once it's all done, I cut this up into small pieces, man, because we're going to put these to fry. But before that, I had to go check on the rice, and this was looking lovely. So I added some fresh scallion in it and gave it a proper stir, and yeah, covered it back down and left it. Now, I added these plantains, man, to the oil now, so they could have gone to the thing. And I only cooked them about 30%, right? Because the idea is not to cook them all the way, it's just to get them enough where them kind of soften up a little bit. As right now you're gonna see the next process, wherein I'm using my juice squeezer here, my citrus squeezer, right? Because that's what the girl used in our video, which I think was very creative to make the cups them, right? So came out nice, right? And I went ahead and did a couple of these, and of course you have to put them back to fry again now to crisp up, right? And once that was all said and done, they were looking absolutely amazing. So anyways, by all this time the fish was ready, so went ahead, removed this out of the oven, and oh my god, this was looking amazing. Or should I say, this was looking absolutely amazing. And by the smell of everything right now, it was coming close to dinner time. So it was time to plate up, right? So I'm gonna grab the pineapple real quick and went ahead and fill it up with some rice until it looks something like this, right? Went ahead and set that down and started putting the plantain cups them on my board here, because this is what I was going to present it, right? So I gave you one last look at this fish because you're both to see what happened to me. The piece of cross is what take me. But anyways, as I'm beginning to remove the fish, the whole fish broke up to blow. Now, this is what I was saying to you earlier in the video when I was adding the stock, that I made a mistake. And what that mistake was, I was supposed to put some of the stock down first, so it would have enough moisture underneath the fish, so as it cook, it wouldn't stick to the bottom, right? But it's a learning lesson, so may we all learn together, right? Went ahead, serve the pickling of this, and bad boy I always doing things, so it come out looking extravagant as usual, right? And I mean, what can I say? What can I say? Am I surprised? Not really, but sometimes I am though, But yes, this is what this came out like, and this was looking beautiful. And of course, the queen and her mother ras up the food. And by the way, that's my favorite mother-in-law. Well, it is my only mother-in-law, but she's my favorite mother-in-law, right? And they had a blast. And we managed to get one cup out of it, right? And this was for you guys. So if you try this video, or say if you try this video, if you try this recipe, let me know. And yeah, leave me a comment later.